Okay, guys, we have some serious questions to ask NASA, guys, about what it is that they're doing, right? Let's analyze this so called flight test. They call it STARSHIP High Altitude Flight Test. So let's take a look at this test. First of all, this test is taking place. They took they call it this flight test took place in an area called Boca Chica. So Boca Chica, if you put it in your Google Translate, it means small mouth. I'm guessing, in Spanish, the chica would be a female, so it could be a small female mouth. And what do you think this thing is? Right? This whole launch test, guys, was basically filled with, various sexual innuendos right here in our faces. So they're broadcasting this thing here to the whole world. And we know that this thing here is fake, guys. Come on. Take a look at this thing. It looks like a gigantic balloon, right? And you're telling me they're going to launch a rocket so close to all of these things here? What does this thing in here have? Some form of gases or whatnot? Take a look around. But anyway, let's look at this test together. I don't know what they're blowing out of here. It's dry ice or whatever they're blowing out of here. Some form of gas they're blowing out, supposedly. Right? By the way, look at this, guys. We know that they put all of chemicals in the sky.
To our second launch attempt of the Starship 10 test flight. We counted down earlier today, but the computer stopped the countdown just before liftoff when the total thrust of the Raptor engine slightly exceeded the allowable limit.
So their computer supposedly came in and did some adjustments. So take a look at the sky here for a minute, guys. We know that they put all of chemicals in the sky, and we believe that they put these clouds here at quote unquote launch day test to be a part of the deception, pretty much.
The SpaceX team determined the engines are good, and we decided to make another launch attempt. This will be a test flight of Starship to an altitude of 10 kilometers.
Okay,
Our goal is to gather data as the vehicle descends back to the landing pad on how well the flaps work to control the vehicle while it is horizontal.
Okay, so they're basically going to carry out this test to see how these flaps here are going to work. And I'm thinking that with current, computer software that they have, they probably already supposedly ran this test already, with various computer modeling. But by the way, look how big this thing here supposedly is, right? And it's my belief that this thing here could be a balloon, or mostly a balloon. Maybe there is some kind of, launch thing inside of it. But this thing here is probably most likely mostly a balloon. And you'll see that during the flight. Okay? So I'm going to fast forward through some of these because they want us to mostly focus on when it returns. Okay?
This again is Starship 10.
Starship 10. Let's fast forward. Okay, so that's a cut right there. Take a look at this. What kind of material is this supposed to be, guys? Stainless steel. And these little flaps here are supposed to guide this massive machine. What are these tanks right here so close to, all this explosion that's supposed to be going on here? Why do they have these tanks of gases right here? Who knows what's in these things? But in my belief, guys, that most of these things right here are just for show, CGI, or maybe some of them are balloons, some of them may be real or what. This is kind of like a movie studio backdrop. Let's fast forward. Another cut so we can see it clearer now. Take a look at it. This thing here, if it were to fall over, it could fall over in these tanks here and create big explosions and fire. And also take a look at the around it. So the concrete stops right here, and this looks like unpaved areas right here. And by the way, they use chemtrails and put different lines in the skies and all kinds of stuff. Okay. Let's fast forward. I believe that they're using the steam to kind of create like a disguise, right, for what they're going to do down here. They're using this, the steam, to hide it. See, so when the steam is coming from over here, and they're hiding it, so you can't see when it ignites. But by the way, take a look. Look at the small platform for this thing. Let's fast forward through this.
Everything continues to look good on.
Okay. We can fast forward through that. Let's go through. Okay, now the director is cut right there. This is a movie studio, guys. All kind of directors cut. How many cameras do they have?
2, 1, ignition.
Okay, let's go back to the ignition.
2, 1.
Okay, let's see what's going on right here. So here it's blasting up, supposedly. So they have a camera right here, right? See, all this smoke and stuff supposedly comes over this camera. But pay attention to that square thing right there. What's going on right there? Another director's cut. They cut to a different camera right here. So if you notice, right, the device is now off the ground. This so-called rocket is now off the ground. No shaking is taking place. And pay attention to when the shaking starts. Take a look at that. The image itself is not, the background is not shaking. It's only this so-called rocket. They're making it kind of blurry, and they're shaking it intentionally to create this impression. Okay? Let's take a look. Let's keep looking. See, this is a cartoon, guys. This is a cartoon. Take a look. This is a cartoon. Look at that. This is a cartoon. Look at the gas that's supposed to be coming off of here, right? Take a look at that. What is recording this thing? What is recording this thing? What is this? What is this? Is this plastic? What is this? Look at this thing. What is this?
SC2, please prepare for section.
What's recording this thing? Is this supposed to be the actual launch, or is this a simulation? What is this?
35, OSC, FC1, LDN. Plus 30 seconds, Starship 10 has liftoff. It's headed to 10 kilometers on its test flight from Boca Chica in Cameron County, Texas.
Boca Chica, small mouth. And this thing is going up, right? Going up from the small mouth. Small mouth girl. Look at this. What's following this thing and recording it to be at this height right here? Is there a drone following this thing recording it? What's recording the audio from this thingy? What's recording the audio? Let's fast forward a bit. Take a look. So look inside the exhaust area right here. What are those things in there? Plastic? What kind of material is those? Is there wires hanging from an... What is this? Guys, they're playing with us. This is unbelievable, and people are buying this stuff. Look at that plastic. That looks like plastic to me. Unbelievable. And look how it happens when they look at what's going to happen when they turn off one of the so-called engines.
Coming up on T plus 2 minutes, we're getting ready to transition from 3 engines.
Look, it's not moving from the ground. It's not moving. It's not moving.
To 2 engines firing on Starship. We'll be shutting 1 engine off. That's intentional.
And if you notice right there that some flames came up into it. Where are the flames? Okay, here. This this is just ridiculous. Things are flapping from it. Look. Look in the lower right of your screen. There's a piece of string or something just flapping right there. Look at that. There's something supposed to just flapping right there. Unbelievable.
Starship coming up
guys, if you believe this thing, you will believe anything they give you.
On 8 kilometers altitude, we're getting ready. I'm clear.
Look at that.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Look at that.
Okay, now let's switch over to the header tank for the 1 engine.
And remember, they're in Boca Chica, smallmouth girl. And they're heading up. And he's now going to the head engine. Let me make sure that's what he said. Let me go back a little bit.
Okay, now let's switch over to the header tank for the 1 engine.
Header tank.
Okay, I'm going to come back up when we hit 10 kilometers, right about in 3 seconds. Coming up on T plus 4 minutes, we're at 10 kilometers. We've gone into the hover. We're still being powered by the single Raptor engine.
I'm waiting for the director's cut when they switch to a different camera. Because that's all they do. It's a studio. Look at that. So this is what is recording this. Is now going back down. What is recording this thing? Look at it, guys. It's just falling. It's just falling. This thing weighs tons. Literally. And it's just free falling. Just free falling. And they make sure that they're zoomed all the way in so you can like refer with the to the background or whatnot. Look at that. It's just free falling.
Plus 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Starship has transitioned. It's flipped to the horizontal mode, beginning the descent back to the landing zone.
So guys, remember, we're on a spinning ball, so technically that ball should have moved from underneath them by now. So there was a cut right there. See, they're messing with it. They're messing with it right there. If you go back, see, look. Back and forth. See, they're messing with it right there. They're not doing it. It's an animation. This is an animation that they're passing off as real. This is a simulation.
Coming up on 5 minutes, 45 seconds, we're down below 2 kilometers. We're preparing to light 3 Raptor engines to begin the flip sequence.
So now they're down below below 3 kilometers. I'm guessing to the Earth's surface, right? And this thing is falling and it's heavy.
It'll culminate with landing on the landing pad in Boca Chica.
Smallmouth girl. Director's cut. There's a camera. Look at that. What is recording the audio on this thing? What is recording the audio on this thing? Are they recording this audio from the ground? Do they have an audio recorder on board this thing? Guys, that's an animation. That's an animation. What is up close recording this? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. People are buying this. People are buying this. Seriously. This is the fakest thing I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Unbelievable. This is the fakest thing I've ever seen in my life. This is faker than the pandemic. Take a look at how the dust is going to be kicked up on this thing. Okay, all right, take a look. So the dust only comes from one side, from here. Not from over here or anywhere else, just from there. Did you see that? Did you see that? It bounced. The thing just bounced like a balloon. It just bounced. And nothing around it bounced. It just bounced. Unbelievable. These liars. Oh, look at the birds. They always have birds. I'm just fast forwarding.
And a successful soft touchdown on the landing pad. That's capping a beautiful test flight of Starship 10. As a reminder, the key point of today's test flight was to gather the data on controlling the vehicle while re-entering, and we were successful in doing so. We had a nominal ascent. We had the maneuver to place Starship horizontal when we reached 10 kilometers, right on time. And then during the subsonic entry, it appears we had good control of the vehicle using the front and aft flaps. As we approached the landing pad, we successfully lit the 3 Raptor engines on the single pad at Boca Chica. Also, a congratulations to the
And look, right here, guys. This looks like it's a water sprayer thingy around it. Okay, that was a camera for a second. So let's pay attention to what's going on around it. This looks like a basketball court. This thing looks like it built a basketball court. A circle right here, 2 ends. This is a small court they built for such massive things.
Starship team in Texas delivered several more suborbital test vehicles in build. Inspiring time. We hope you'll join us for the next test flight of Starship 11.
Where is the explosion? This one doesn't have the explosion. Damn it. Okay, I'll do another one on the explosion.